Hi, I'm the Scrub and you're here for one reason. This is it, the last push. We finally trained enough and can go toe-to-toe against Xenos. Granted, we're with 3 other people, but here we go! Access to the city and then we get that glorious fight with Ralban I've heard so much about. It's liberating time. Time to learn about Ala Mhigo. Simplified. If you're running with a duty support system, I'd recommend single pulling this dungeon. Head up the path and pull the first 3 enemies, then turn left and head up the stairs. Pull the next few enemies and turn left at the top of the stairs. Head to the barrier on the left. Grip up all of the enemies here and nuke them all down. Watch out for the predators cast at Magitech rays. It can get a bit spicy if you're caught in it. They will also target random party members with Magitech missiles. When everything has been defeated, the barrier will be destroyed for you. Head up the stairs to the right. 2 rotors will dash across this narrow corridor with straight line AoEs. Just stay to the side as best you can. If you get hit by this AoE, it is a large knockback. Pick up these 2 and head to the barrier at the end. More mobs will come over the barrier. After you defeat enough of those mobs, 3 more enemies will come over the barrier. Kill everything and the barrier will be destroyed for you. First boss time. Electromagnetic field is a room-wide AoE. The Scorpion will cast Target Search. 2 random party members will get this sonar-like AoE at their feet and follow them around. After a few seconds, they will get crosshairs on them and lock them in place. When this happens, there will be an explosion and a lingering AoE puddle where these explosions were. You won't have much time to get out of the AoE when the crosshairs appear, so I'd advise to keep running. If you touch the lingering AoE, it will give you an unassumable burns debuff. The Scorpion will then move to the middle of the arena, face a random direction, and cast Tail Laser. This will have a front and back straight line AoE coming from the Scorpion's position. The tail will be a big laser beam and the front will have machine gun fire. Both seriously hurt if you stand in them. The second time the boss casts Target Search, it will target all 4 players with the AoE instead of 2, and it will cast Tail Laser twice in different directions back to back. Just before that second Tail Laser goes off, another Target Search will happen. Just try and spread out as best you can to maximize your safe zone. From here, the Scorpion will repeat mechanics until it has been defeated. Head through the next area. 3 enemies will aggro you from around the corner. Turn right and a gate will open at the end of the path. 3 more enemies will enter and aggro you. Watch out for the point blank AoEs on random party members from the gorillas called Shoulder Cannon. If you're not confident, I'd recommend stopping here and killing everything, but if you're with a competent party, you can continue pulling. Head down the stairs where a few hounds will need to be picked up. Watch out for the faded black AoEs that will spawn in from the giant cannon being fired. Head around the statue and a bunch more hounds will run towards the party. Pick these up and head up the stairs, turn left and grab the final enemies. Avoid the AoEs as best you can and nuke everything down. When everything is being killed, the gate will be destroyed. Second boss time. This boss does not have a lot of health. Mana Burst is a room-wide AoE. Order to Charge will create a number of bits around the arena. The boss will then cast Order to Fire, which will cause bits to throw out medium-sized circular AoEs at points around the arena, and immediately following that will create large but narrow donut AoEs from their positions. Close to the middle of the arena is usually a safe zone for both of these mechanics. The boss will then move to the middle of the room and cast Magitech Disruptor. Everyone will be stunned and move to points around the boss in a square formation. The boss will then cast Mind Jack and knock you back to the far wall. You'll be inflicted with the debuff out of body. Your spirit and body will be separated, but you'll still be tethered to your body. You'll need to make your way back to your body with limited movement speed. Several bits will spawn around the arena and quickly cast narrow straight line AoEs through the arena. If you get hit by any of these, it will stun you for a second and just hinder your progress. When you get close enough to your body, you'll be revived with your soul back in your body. The boss will have a barrier around him until all 4 party members have succeeded in making their way back to their body. If you don't make it back to your body within 45 seconds, you will immediately die. The boss will repeat Order to Charge and Order to Fire, and then at the end when the bits are creating their AoEs, he will cast Demi-Magics, which will create small AoEs around every party member. Just spread out to avoid overlapping these. The boss will repeat mechanics until it has been defeated. Head out of the arena and up the path. Pull the next group of enemies and you'll come to a gate made of lasers. There will be 2 targetable sides on the gate called Laser Field. When both of these have been destroyed, the path will open for you. There will also be black mages on the opposite ledge who will attack with fire spells. Kill everything and destroy the gate where the mages will run away. Head up the stairs and slashers will aggro you from around a corner. Continue into the next room and more slashers and a hexadrone will aggro you. Stop here and kill everything. The hexadrone will cast 2 tons Magitech missile, which will target a random party member with a small unavoidable AoE. This player just needs to move away from the rest of the group, but the cast is stunnable. It will also cast Circle of Death, which is a point blank AoE around itself. Head out of the room, turn right and pull the last mobs before the next laser gate. Kill everything and destroy the gate. The 2 final enemies are Colossus. They will have their usual Grand Sword Conal AoE and Exhaust Straight Line AoE. Once both Colossus have been defeated, the door will open and it's final boss time. Xenos will create a wavy red ring around the arena. If you're knocked into this, it will give you a bleeding debuff while you're in the wall and 15 seconds of damage down. Xenos will move to the middle of the room and cast one of 3 attacks: Art of the Storm, Swell, or Sword. Art of the Storm will create an electric aura around him. This is a point blank AoE. Just move away from Xenos to avoid this. If you get hit by this, it will give you an unassumable 15-second paralysis debuff. Art of the Swell will create the swirling wind aura around Xenos. This will be a knockback from his position. You will want to be close to Xenos for when this cast finishes. And Art of the sword, which will give Xenos this red swirling aura around him and targets all players with an untelegraphed straight line AoE from Xenos' position. Just spread out and away from each other to avoid overlapping these. When Xenos says kill, he will start hitting the tank with a triple hit untelegraphed cleaving tank buster, so really don't stand with the tank. 4 untargetable clones of Xenos will be created. He'll cast Vein Splitter, which will be a point blank AoE around him. When the cast finishes, all 4 clones will get a point blank AoE. There isn't a lot of safe zone, but you'll have plenty of time from the original cast to get out of the way. Xenos will then teleport to a point in the arena and tether himself to one player. After a few seconds, a large conal AoE called Lightless Spark will be directed through where this player is located. If you get tethered, just position yourself between Xenos and the closest wall to ensure the largest safe zone for everyone else. Concentrativity is a room-wide AoE. The clones can also repeat with the Art of Storm being cast, which is just a repeat of the previous clones, or with the Art of Swell being cast, which will have 2 players tethered to 2 clones. These players will need to position themselves to be pushed away in between their tethered clone and the wall. Right after either of these are finished, Xenos will perform another Art of the Sword, which all players will need to spread out for. Mechanics will repeat until you get Xenos down below 20% health. Xenos will throw all 3 swords around the arena and encase himself in a red sphere. There will be this bar labelled Ether Transfer that will start filling up. If this bar fills up, Xenos will instantly wipe the group. 3 swords, Ame no Habakiri, the Swell, and the Storm, will all become targetable. Destroy the swords as fast as possible. When the swords themselves get an aura, a Xenos clone will appear beside them and perform their mechanic. 2 swords will normally have an aura at the same time. They will go off one after the other. You'll want to be away from the Storm, as that will be a point blank AoE, close to the Swell but positioned so you're not knocked into the wall or towards the Storm sword, and spread out as best you can for the Ame no Habakiri if it gets its aura. When you defeat all 3 swords, Xenos will perform his ultimate and return to the arena. He will only cast room-wide AoEs from here. You can use the limit break here and his remaining health should be depleted in no time at all. Congratulations, you have beaten Ala Mhigo. My name is The Scrub. Thank you for watching.